Who should you vote for? Not for me to tell you, but bear with me. Let me illustrate something. In a very famous departmental store in the USA, a bag lady walked into the most expensive department, and a gentleman who was watching thought that the assistant would get rid of her quite quickly. But to his surprise, she gave this lady all the courteous attention that you would give to a wealthy patron. And the lady tried on the gowns, and the assistant knew quite well that she was not going to buy. But nevertheless, she treated her with courtesy and kindness. Now, a gentleman who was watching this asked the assistant later and said, "Why did you do that?" And she looked at him almost in surprise and said, "Sir, we are here to serve and to be kind." Now, let's switch over to our elected officials. We had a minister who, on a flight, got impatient because she'd been waiting too long, in her opinion, for the stewardesses to collect her plate, so she dropped it in the aisle. We had another minister who got her license under questionable circumstances, and her response to queries was, "I don't have time to wait in queues." Quite ironic when you look at the long queues, full of the elderly, full of weary people, waiting for some service from government offices. Now, those are just two tales out of a myriad of really disgusting stories. Okay. Well, let's just go back to that first story for a moment. The gentleman who witnessed this incident was a clergyman, and he preached about it at his Sunday service. And he asked people in his congregation, "Are you here to serve and to be kind?" Now, that's an interesting question for any politician. Are you here to serve and to be kind? Interesting thing that happened was that the sermon was widely reported in the newspapers, and the legend of that particular store grew even more. It does illustrate something very interesting, and that is that out of strong values, out of vision, come real bottom line results. What is the vision of our politicians? What are their values? My dear fellow South Africans, if you think that out of such arrogance, such lack of humility, such power drunkenness will come service and caring, then you know something that I really don't know. So vote wisely. Vote with your children in mind. Vote with your country in mind. God bless you. For more straightforward comment, read my blog, The Scuffle Continues. My books are on Amazon Kindle. Richard J. Mann. Cheers.